Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. Tamara here. I thought it would be fun to just do a quick no-sew fall project. I've had it in my mind for a while to do a really cute no-sew owl purse for your favorite 16-inch fashion dolls. These are actually the owl purses that we'll be creating in this video. And if you look in the description, you can find a link to that free pattern from our website at FletcherPatternCompany.com. Now, as you know, I do a lot of sewing, so sometimes I like to entertain myself with something a little bit simpler, and when I came up with this particular pattern, I thought it might be something that you would enjoy as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the construction of our fall-motivated owl handbag. Let's quickly review the materials that we're going to need to make the fall-inspired owl handbag for your favorite 16-inch fashion doll. So as you can see here, I've already printed the pattern from our website, which is FletcherPatternCompany.com, and you can find that pattern under the free section if you search from the home page. I would recommend, if you have the opportunity, to print this on the cardstock. That will save you a step going forward. Now that I have my pattern printed, I want to make sure that I've picked up a couple of pieces of faux leather from my local craft store. In this case, I got these at Hobby Lobby, and they're pretty interesting because on the back, they're super easy to work with, almost like a felt backing, and you can find them in the felt section. In addition to that, you might use a measuring implement. In this case, I'm using a measuring square. If you didn't print it out on the cardstock, you can just use some large index cards for the liner of the purse, and then you're going to maybe want to use Velcro for the closure. In this case, I just have some adhesive Velcro dots, some buttons for the inner portion of the eye, some larger buttons for the exterior portion of the eye, an optional buckle if you want to put that on the actual strap, and then a glue gun, some glue sticks, something to mark the back of your faux leather pieces, and a pair of scissors. And that's it. So let's go ahead and get our pattern cut out. Again, if you use the cardstock, that will make a nice template. If not, you're still going to cut it out of the paper, and we're going to mark the actual pattern pieces on the back piece of the faux leather. So let's do that step now, and then we'll get our purse constructed. So as you can see, I've cut out the pattern pieces that we're going to be using for construction. This is the main portion of the actual handbag as well as the strap. This one is actually cut out of the cardstock, not out of the faux leather, but this is the purse lining, and then we have the eyes of the owl and the inner eyes. So I've made the original handbag out of a brown and a lighter brown, and in this case I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to use the reverse colors so that my doll actually has two separate handbags. So now that we've identified the pattern pieces that we're going to be working with, let's go ahead and draw out, using the templates that we cut from the cardstock, the pieces on the back of each piece of faux leather. Now that we have all our faux leather pieces cut out, as you can see here, we're going to start assembly of the actual purse. If you did print the pattern on cardstock, then you're already ready to use this piece. But if you print it on regular paper, then you're going to want to grab one of those index cards or a piece of cardstock and draw it onto that, because you're going to use this for the lining of the purse. The first step is going to be to go ahead and fold it along the fold lines for the lining of the purse. And I would do it I would fold it with the print side out. And the reason I would do this is then you can see how the side of the purse is going to come together. We're going to glue this to the main portion of the bag where A is indicated with A. So it's going to actually glue just like this on the wrong side of the bag. It may be helpful to mark the fold lines on the back side of the faux leather as well, just to make sure that you can get that evenly placed before you actually put the glue on. So now that we have that done, let me go ahead and just put a little glue on this piece and set it right to the side. So that's going to be our step one. Now from here, you're going to fold these tabs, which are marked B on the actual pattern piece, over that bag lining on both sides and glue it in place. Next, you're going to fold each side, which is marked C on the pattern. And you can see that because we used this side of the actual liner, I can see where the center is, and I'm going to want to fold and glue that right to the center line so that I can't see the lining of the bag after I get it glued. Good. Then just do that on the opposite side of the bag. Once that dries, you're going to go ahead and fold in towards the actual crease line, or where those two pieces came together, to give the bag a little bit of shape. So we can see our bag shape is coming together pretty good. And now we get to start the fun part, which is decorating the actual owl face. So to construct the face, I think I'm going to start with the inside of the eyeballs and work my way out. So I've chosen just some really tiny gold buttons to be the center of the eye. If I had larger gold buttons and black smaller buttons, I would have done it in reverse, but this is just what I happen to have on hand. So be very careful and apply that center button to the larger button with a little dab of glue in the middle. And you have to be careful not to get yourself on this one. And do that on both of the buttons. All right, now that we have the inside of the eye done, we're going to take the owl face and decide where we want to place the next circle of the eyes, just like that. I would recommend that you glue it down pretty well, but you don't want the glue to show at the front, so keep a little bit of an edge to it. From there, you're going to place the center of the eyes in the circle. One thing that's nice about using glue from a glue gun is if you do get a little bit of strings or anything like that, you can actually take your hair dryer and just blow a little bit of warm air over there, and that will actually set the glue as well as make those strings disappear. From there, we're just going to position the face on the actual front of the purse. And I like it to have a little bit of contrast just under the eyes, just to give it a little bit more dimension. But again, you want to make sure that you put a pretty significant amount of glue on so that the owl face does stay attached. From there, the next step is going to be to just add a little bit of glue to the inside of the handbag to squeeze the sides of it closed so that it maintains the shape of the bag. From there, I'm going to grab my strap piece, and if you want to add a small buckle, this is a 1/4 inch strap on the actual pattern, which you can make thicker if you desire. I'm just putting the buckle on for effect, but you could make the strap a little bit longer and make the buckle actually working so that you could adjust the length of the bag. In this case, I'm doing it just for decoration. I'm going to attach the straps to the inside of the bag, just right here under the flap. And you want to make sure you do the correct side up. So you want to see the actual outside of the strap to the outside when you attach it. Once I have the strap set in, I'm going to apply a little bit more glue to the front side of that fold just to keep the bag maintaining its shape, as I said before. The last and final step is going to be to grab our little tiny Velcro strips if you want to do this option, or you could even glue the bag shut if you're not planning on using it, and just apply one to the nose and one to the actual handbag, and then I'll get the final photographs. Well, that brings us to the end of another non-sewing tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the construction of the owl handbag. If you have any questions, please list it in the comment section below. I definitely think Neema will be excited to share that additional handbag with her new bestie, Ellowyne. Please be sure to stop back by for another sewing video on November 1st, which will be featuring the Club Grace subscription pattern for the month. As always, I thank you guys for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.